just as I thought it's Mr. Shitsnips again. Every time I happen to find myself peacefully chilling, smoking a blunt, and all of a sudden I hear your irritating ass on the background putting a stop to it. I can't tolerate your bitch ass for 1 second longer. You hear me, you retarded butt beaver? Ruining my peaceful blunt time will, yeah. How about I end your ass with blunt force trauma, bitch? Don't think I need to act the part in all my movies. You can just use my regular name instead of Mike Laurie. You ass hork bad boys. Bad boys, what you gonna do when they make your corpse start turning blue?
Seriously? You refer to movies you were basically hired to appear in on the big screen to strengthen the idea. You are a badass? Not the best strategy plan. I am afraid to come off as a scary individual. My psychology degree tells me a lot about how simplicit you've been put together, son. Not smart. Nope.
Dr. Phil the ass hork, I can't wait to kill. I got a personalized prescription for you, Doc. It's a course of anti-idiotics, you idiotic, televised nutbag. Think you are a licensed professional who's down with the regular folk, huh? All right, better go all the way down then the whole 6 feet, you Oprah boy.
Ha ha ha. That's classic. Ha ha ha. You see here my cognitive impacted individual. Power dynamics are understood in 2 ways. Fake power lacks the original impact of domination because there is non-present and needs now to be highlighted. True power radiates dominance and is understood immediately. You don't see that problem, for example, in North Korea. The people know who the power carrier is. Not a fiber in their body even thinks on questioning it and tries to fight against it.
Listen to me, Dr. I fill your grave, prematurely free of charge. I will even invest my whole bank account if this means I get to put you in the ground the Will Smith way. How about that for simplicity, bitch? Why don't you go ask Chris Koch if I followed the script when I slapped his ass off his foundation? But don't you worry about a thing, Doc. I've got another one being prepped for your cheeks, and I don't give a damn which one it's going to be. Below or upstairs, my hand is going to be imprinted on a cheek today. Seeing you already come across like a bitch, you should be slapped as one, like a pimp disciplining his hoe. Full frontal backhand of the black hand. Booyah, it's even double serving.
You have no idea what I do on the side when the camera isn't filming. I have connections up the wazoo. That's power right there on its own. You better not make me more angry, or you'll see Dr. Phil, who helped invent the cyanide pill.
Oh boy, look at what I walked into. Fellas, calm yourselves down and realize that whatever you're depicting isn't the pretty side for us actual true evil beings. All right, I can't handle the misuse of the word, and seeing whatever you are doing, I would call this clowning around. Not adversaries making each other's life as miserable as can be. You wouldn't call a pit bull a poodle or something? Would you come on and sit over here while the real teacher shall school you about what real malevolence is? You can call me Dr. Evil.
Are you for real? Is what I want to know. I mean, it's a little bit too much related with our situation to be just random. I am a doctor and you explaining you're the real badass. And all of a sudden we get a real out-of-character individual who just calls himself Dr. Evil.
If I can briefly interject here, evil is something you are, not something you can become. Evil is rooted in the person's DNA. When we talk about individuals who change a significant way from who they were versus who they became, we talk about an individual who is breaking bad. But he wasn't born bad. It's the nuances and the intricate parts we need to be mindful of in this life. The littlest details could bring the biggest disasters. Just a FYI for you all to take with you. And think hard about it before you have the tendency to label someone. Terminology could get you terminated. For example, just one phrase is enough to motivate someone to blow off your face. That's how thin the line can be. Whimsical name-calling has ended the lives of thousands already just because the other one interpreted the playful gesture as a direct attack on his person. Click, boom, irreversible joke. Biochemistry is as fascinating as chemistry on its own. You never know which volatile reaction you get just by looking at the harmless chemicals on their own, but gets the wrong ones involved with each other, and there become this spectacle to be feared. And behold, a man can lose his reasoning skill because of blind fury, riddled with a biochemical hierarchy of a dominant biochemical, is as fascinating as it is deadly. The person is out of his reasoning. Capabilities operates only on chemical motivation, the chemical that only steers him straight ahead anymore.
Yeah, enough with the history and chemistry lessons already. Strange mister just popping up out of freaking nowhere and begins lecturing his off to the first persons he would become aware of, like we just enrolled in his personal university or something. We got the message, escaped lunatic gotcha.
Keep that in your consideration if you would be so kind. Whoops, contradiction here, ha 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 ha. Asking kindness from evil is like expecting your personal hygiene to improve. With each day you resist taking a shower. Well, wouldn't that be something? Enough rambling. As you were, gentlemen.
Show me your idea of evil, if you would, because whatever you consider evil might be just misconception of whatever you make of it. What would you consider evil?
Oh, I don't know. How about locking someone in a slightly bigger casket than the person's body shape, so the person can't move, but the thousands of hungry mosquitoes that will be locked in there with the person, pierced by hundreds of them every second. It will take a long, agonizing, painful time before 4 liters of his blood has been drained and the body shuts down due to blood loss. And right up to the point he was losing his sanity, every second there are spikes of pain, followed by thousands of unscratchable, itchy bumps, his system going haywire. The events happening on all sides is faster than the mind is able to register the where, what, the how many. The only thing he can do is to undergo the ordeal. Something like this would be fitting for a mild punishment or misdemeanor offense. Everyone knows you always save the big guns for last, right? Why my title of doctor has anything to do with the malevolence I practice well. It's very useful when you want to be very much enjoying someone deteriorating from the inside out with a very long trajectory the subject has to undergo before the thing becomes fatal, thanks to the medical background. The medical background of the human anatomy. You know, what's just enough right there on the edge of survivable or not, and you want that edge because this is the sear pain you want to do when you love watching suffering. Real cinema. You have it right here in a cage, and you just observe and enjoy. For example, we kidnap someone. I don't know if I don't know, it doesn't matter, random enemy, whatever. It's going to hurt as much for any of those than if it wasn't. You make a very surgical operational incision when the person is completely sedated under narcosis. So he isn't even aware what happened now. You open him up and you just make little incisions over here, over there, but just at the crucial organs that they are cut deep enough that they will start dripping and dripping without ever stopping. The person will endure this every drop of stomach acid that is going to drop in the place where it shouldn't. It's going to eat through all the other organs that are not protected from the stomach acid, like the stomach is. And it will drip and drip slowly on organs that are not protected. You will slowly burn from your inside until you die from being dissolved by your own organs. Now this would be the way to go about it, fellas. Oh wow, getting even a little bit excited going over evil scenarios.
Now that's the single most horrific evil thing I ever heard. I think evil doesn't even cut it. Better change it to Dr. Satan or Diablo guy.